Hello gamers! Welcome back to an episode of Efficient Minecraft. Minecraft has just been blowing up recently. I've been enjoying recording this survival amplified tutorial world, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching as much as I'm enjoyed playing it. So we're back on the amplified world, and today we're going to pick up where we left off last time. I was talking about enchanting, and I got the two major enchants that I think are crucial to late game. Of course, I got my diamond gear. Feather falling is amazing, and that's not the two that I think are really crucial to beating the game fast and getting to late game. That is looting 3 and fortune 3. Fortune 3 just increases all of the items that we get from ore, and looting 3 increases the amount of items that mobs drop. And mobs include all of the, of course, the hostile mobs that we end up killing. And it also includes the animals like cows that I'm breeding. So there are, in my opinion, a few really crucial things that you need to defeat the Ender Dragon, which is what many say is, you know, the goal of the original start of Minecraft, is to defeat the Ender Dragon. So I made a little list here. Here's what I think you need. First of all, you need a food source. Now, of course, you could just set up a potato and wheat farm like I have here, and there's nothing wrong with that. I actually think potatoes are not bad, and what's nice about them is you can use Fortune 3 on potatoes to get more potatoes. I'm collecting them here because I don't think they're a bad food source at all. Baked potatoes are completely acceptable, and we can trade them with villagers later once we get some villager trading done. So it does not hurt to have a stockpile of potatoes. Wheat, of course, is useful for breeding cows, and then with cows comes plenty of steak, and steak is arguably one of the best food sources in the game, so do not mind collecting that either. So you see there we got enough food at least for maybe 2 or 3 in real life days. If I play for a lot each day, I've got plenty of food there, so that'll last me a while. Next up is diamond gear, and as we've talked about in the last episode, you see here I have almost basic diamond gear, and if you want to know how I was able to do this, watch the last few episodes. You'll be able to see how we did that. And then we also need some of the fundamental stuff like food, the water bucket, the diamond tools, diamond gear, and we need these things now. We need ender pearls, blaze rods, and potions. These are going to be the 3 big things that are going to get us to the end, and not only get us to the end, but allow us to get there safely and exit safely. So those are the things that I'm going to be hunting for in today's episode. If you have already done this in your own world, you might want to go ahead and skip ahead to another episode. Feel free to continue watching along, of course. But this is for those people that haven't done it before or just want to see the easiest way to do it. There are some really easy ways to defeat the Ender Dragon using beds, but we're not going to do it like that because you have to really know what you're doing. And even though it is the fastest technical way to defeat the Ender Dragon, we're going to do it the standard way of using bow and arrow. If you see here, I get infinity on my bow, and I do this because I think it is better than mending in the fact that you only need 1 arrow. So if we were playing on a standard world and we didn't have infinity, I would want to get a lot of arrows. I would want maybe a stack or 2 of arrows so that if I go into the end, I don't run out of arrows. With infinity, I only need 1, so that's why we don't really need any more arrow farming. So once I get 10 levels, I'll be combining that. And then, of course, we're going to need the ender pearls, which are, in my opinion, the hardest thing to get. And we're going to need the blaze rods, which we're going to go get right now. But before you go get those blaze rods, I want to show you guys something that I should have crafted way earlier, but I just really don't like using it. It's just one of my preferences, but I want to show it to you guys in case you want to know. It is an item called a shield. This is how you craft it, and if you hold right click, it'll block any damage source in the direction in which you're clicking. It can be kind of finicky, but it's supposed to go in your offhand, and then you can block damage. And the reason I don't like it is it takes up so much of my screen, and I know I can get a resource pack that reduces the amount of screen it takes up, but it can be really good for fighting like endermen, skeletons. It's super efficient. I just avoid mobs, as you've seen. Like, we set up on this little island, and then I just sleep at night, and I just don't deal with mobs. I strip mine, so I haven't needed a shield. However, we're getting ready to go into the Nether. We're going to be dealing with blazes for a very short amount of time, and while we're dealing with blazes, we're going to need a shield. And as you saw right there, shield blocked all the damage from that creeper. Yeah, they are pretty good. So I'm going to go up and grab a few things that I want to take into the Nether with me, and then we're going to head in there and kill some blazes. I got to level 10, so we're going to combine these bows real quick. Alright. And I got some blocks on me, so we're getting ready to head into the Nether. I went ahead and grabbed some stone brick slabs, and I'll show you why I got those here in a moment. But I also wanted to craft something that you guys may not be aware of, and this is called a cauldron. And it is useful because in the Nether you can't place water. We talked about that in like episode 3. However, if you put water in a cauldron, and then you're able to fall into the cauldron, in my opinion, it's hard to do. But there we go. Okay, if you fall into the cauldron, then you're able to put yourself out in the Nether. And they do that so you can craft potions in the Nether. That is why. So we're going to go ahead and take a few things with us here. We're going to go ahead and grab some nether wart, few soul sand for now. We're going to grab some sticks, some cobblestone, and we're going to go grab some of these water bottles that we got from fishing, because we're going to be crafting some potions. And then in the next episode, I'll talk more in depth about potions. But for right now, this should be fine. I need the slabs because we're going to be making a very, very basic blaze farm. Ooh, look, a slime. This is why we're mining out this slime chunk. You probably noticed I made some progress on that. But yeah, we're going to be making a very basic blaze farm just so we can get maybe 10 to 20 blaze rods without dying or taking too much damage. And let's see, almost a stack of slime balls just like that. So good. Looting 3 is amazing. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to get it so early. So if you remember, our spawn is right next to a... wow, a few of them came in here. Oh, looky here. Hello. They go through the portal. Okay. There is a blaze, or another fortress right here, which means there should be a blaze spawner very close as well. So we're going to make a little staircase here and head our way up. So I'm going to try not to cut this too much because I want to show you basically how long it takes to do something like this. But yeah, let's go ahead, and there's a bat in here too, I see. What I'm looking for is something called a blaze spawner. Blaze spawners usually spawn outside of a fortress, so I might be better off looking around outside. But they spawn, and they're cubes, or they're like blocks with spinning blazes in them, and they spawn blazes every, I think, 40 seconds. They spawn up to 4 blazes, if I'm correct. So we're looking for one of those structures, and then once we find one of those structures, we're going to basically make a very simple farm out of it. Okay, free items, sure. So I'm going to run around this fortress for a little bit. We did explore it a little bit a few episodes ago, but let me run around and find out where a blaze spawner is. Alright, I'm collecting some glowstone while I'm here, and you'll see there's a little animation here of a lava drop under this block. That means there is lava on top of that block. If you're new, do not hit that block. Lava flows much faster in the Nether, and I'm also able to hear some ghast, and ghast have very unique sounds, and that is exactly what they look like. Now, they shoot fireballs, and there's a few different ways to deal with them beyond just taking one to the face. So I'm going to equip my shield there. It's one way. Another thing you can do is knock their fireballs back. Oh, that was lag. Very interesting. So you see how I'm like throwing the fireballs back at them. So that's one thing you can do. And there's actually an achievement for this if you hit them with their own fireball. So that's kind of what I'm going for right now. But a bow and arrow is the easiest way to take these guys out. So if you have a bow and arrow, I recommend just doing that. I actually don't have an arrow on me, so we're gonna run. I don't want to deal with these guys anymore. Okay, let's get back on track. Let's go ahead and find a blaze spawner. Alright, blaze spawners are usually in these types of corridors like what we're in right now. Watch out for this lava. Lava flows much faster in the Nether, so just don't be surprised by the rate at which it flows. And then there should be a blaze spawner around here, because like I said, they usually spawn in areas kind of like this. So let me find it. Alright, so right around the corner, here it is. This one looks like what we would call a single blaze spawner. It's just one blaze spawner by itself, which is fine. Sometimes there are more than one. You can see I'm taking a lot of damage. This is a nice area. A lot of open area here. Yep, I got the end of fire. Okay, so very quickly, we're going to start placing blocks like this. At the height of the spawner. Dang it. I'm watching my hearts here. I know I'm taking a lot of damage by fire, but it's not that bad with that fire protection. So we're going to be placing blocks here at the height of the spawner. We're going to go 2 out that way. And like that. And I'm jumping up and down to get crits. And I'm hiding behind these fence blocks. Okay, he's too low. And then we're going to go like this. We're going to place it at the next height. These can be full blocks, by the way. I'm just using slabs to save material. Because it doesn't matter. Slabs, full blocks, they work the same here. Okay. So what we're doing is we're taking up the spawning spaces. Blaze can spawn 4 blocks every direction from this block. So we're basically filling up every position that they can spawn in. And then they won't be able to spawn anymore. Okay, blaze do physical damage like that if you get too close to them, so just be careful. And I'm over top of lava, so this isn't that great. Let's try to take care of a few of these guys. I wish I had an arrow. I was very stupid to not bring one. So I might leave this area and come back because these blaze are going to kick my butt right now, and I'm not excited about that. With knockback, this is a little bit harder. Because when you hit them, they just get pushed away, which is why I'm not a fan of knockback. Okay, so then you're going to go out one way around on the sides, and I'm just getting destroyed here. I'm focusing really hard right now, so I might be skipping in the video a little bit because... Oh, okay, so you saw there how I like leaned into the spawner. It's because their fireballs do knockback, and they will knock you off. So whenever they are getting ready to fire, you can tell by they have a very distinct timing, and they also have a sound indicator. So when I know they're getting ready to fire, sorry, I had to sneeze. When I know they're getting ready to fire, I lean in closer and I hold shift. That way I don't get knocked off. So you can see the blaze are all down there. Trying to disable spawns here. Okay, so this is getting a little too dangerous for me. I'm gonna go back here and go get some arrows, and that'll allow the chunks to reset, which will hopefully despawn those guys. And then we're gonna take another jab at finishing that off. So I will be back here in a moment, but I wanted to say that this fortress is like one of the most ideal fortresses because see how it's over lava? When a fortress is over lava, that means that there's less spaces for mobs to spawn, which means the spawn rates will be higher. So this fortress is actually insanely good for like wither skeleton spawning and all that stuff. So that's pretty nice. So you'll see here we actually got 20 blaze rods, and that is plenty. We will not need any more blaze rods probably for a very, very long time. However, I am going to go back and finish showing you guys how to disable a blaze spawner without breaking it. So you can just go in, use your pickaxe, destroy the spawner. However, they do not come back. So if you do that, there is no getting it back, which is why I avoided doing that. So we're going to make a potion real quick, and then we're going to go back in. To make potions, you first need a brewing stand. So let's go ahead and craft a brewing stand real quick. And to do that, you need blaze rods. I put it in my drop chest. Okay, blaze rods. And then you make 3 cobblestone underneath it, and it makes a brewing stand. So let's go ahead and place that. And then you put in your water bottles. You go ahead, take another blaze rod, turn that into blaze powder, like so. And then it goes in here. And then you start getting into different type of recipes for different type of potions you can craft. The one I'm going to be making is a fire resistant potion, and to do that you need a magma cream. But if you didn't know, you can make a magma cream using blaze powder and a slime ball. So we're going to wait for this nether wart to finish going through here. You'll hear a noise. Like that, and then we put in the magma cream. And then we're going to put in a piece of redstone, which is going to make it last a little bit longer. So that way we get more potion. And after the redstone, we have 8-minute fire resistant potions. We got local brewery, so we're doing pretty good. And we'll talk about achievements in another episode if you're curious. But we got some arrows now. We got our bow. Let's go back, and now we can really take care of those blaze. Okay, down here is the blaze spawner. Let's go ahead and put down our cauldron just in case things get nasty. Oh my gosh, I shift clicked. Okay, well, we have a fire resistant potion in case things get really nasty. So we should be fine. Let's run around here. Look at all the wither skeletons spawning. That is awesome. Okay, so we want to disable this thing as quickly as possible. Let's hop up here. One goes there. Goes around the outside here. Oh, not today, buddy. We have the take aim achievement. We have the bow and arrow, so we do not have to worry. One spawn behind me. Got him. A lot easier with the bow and arrow. See that wither skeleton? He is tracking me. I really want to go kill them because you get skulls if you kill them, and that would be amazing. So, okay, so now this place should be 100% spawn proof. The center block is, when I break it, one's going to spawn probably. Okay, it's there. So I'm just going to mark it so we know which one is there. And then we need to go out 4 in all directions. So let's go ahead and go out 1 more here just in case one decides to spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see some blazes over there. They can just spawn naturally inside of a fortress. So let's not hit the pigmen. Okay. And then I'm going to go kill those wither skeletons real quick. So let's hop down here and kill them. The trick to them is they are... you can do something like that. They are technically 2.5 blocks tall. So you can make little blocks for them so they can't get through. There's probably lava here. It is. Let's do this. Okay, there's a ghast here. Watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to shoot and then hit 1 and switch to my sword. So what that does is it applies the looting effect on the mob I killed from a bow and arrow, which is a pretty neat little trick. And you'll see with that we got 3. I'm going to try to do it again here. Okay, so I think I did it that time as well. We got 3 ghast tears. Drop ghast tears, and they are super, super useful. Yep, we got 2 more, so that's awesome. A lot of nether quartz here, but I'm really looking for those wither skeletons. So let's go ahead and hop back up here. Okay, I think all the wither skeletons despawned. And we can talk about mob spawning habits in another episode. I don't have time to cover all this stuff, but... yeah, it seems like they despawn. That happens sometimes. So we got to kill 2 of them, but no wither skeleton skulls. Those are how you fight the withers. So we'll, of course, be coming back and taking a look at that later. But let's go ahead and hop back down here to the blaze spawner and finish up this very simple blaze farm. As you see here, the blaze spawner is currently inactive. No blazes are able to spawn. Oh, here we have a magma cube. These guys, they hit very hard, by the way. But this is how you get... magma cream without the slime. You see you dropped it there. The big ones dropped them. So get a few more here. Of course, getting the looting effect, and I'm being very careful not to hit these pigmen. We get some nice XP from this. I'll put my pickaxe in my offhand so we get some XP to repair that. Of course, as soon as I come back down here, another one spawns over there. That's fine. We're not going to deal with that today. So now if I break out a few of these blocks, some blaze are going to spawn, but I'll show you what I'm going to do here. We're going to allow blaze to spawn on this block right here. So we're going to do this. We're going to block them in, and then we're going to break this block. So now blaze are going to be able to spawn right in this gap right here, just like that. Okay. So basically how they work is the little block spawner is looking for an area to spawn them. And if you fill all the spots, except for 3 in this case, then they will automatically spawn in those 3 because they think, wow, we only have 3 spaces open, let's go ahead and spawn in one of the 3. So that's how that works. Let's go ahead and patch this up a little bit here. That's fine, just so it's a little bit safer. So now I could sit here and basically farm these guys. They can't really hit me here, and it's super safe. So hopefully this is a very generic, easy blaze farm that can help you. Just do not hit the pigmen and all that stuff. But alrighty guys, that is all the time that I have for this episode. I feel like I covered a lot of stuff between the blaze spawners and disabling those, and all the way from some basic brewing. We're going to get more into brewing next time, and maybe do a few episodes here in the Nether. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit a like, make sure you share it with a friend. It really helps out the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Efficient Minecraft.